Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back once again to Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick, Colorado. My name's Mark Love, and today I've got a really nice used gas coach to show you. This is a 2019 Forest River FR3. I think it's about 24,000 miles on it. It's in really good condition, and it's a little different than a lot of the videos we do here. Usually we're doing a diesel Class A or a Super C, but we get these in on trade every now and then. And when we have a coach that's going to be, under $70,000, it gets a lot of attention, and this is really a good coach. So first of all, this is a gas coach. You can see it's on the Ford V10, which was the common engine for probably 15 years, 20 years in the gas lineup. So it's on an F chassis Ford. This is an 18,000 pound chassis, which gives you the 19.5-inch wheels on this. It's rated to tow 5,000 pounds like all the gas coaches are. And like I said, it's powered by the V10 Ford. This takes a couple of tumbler keys to unlock it, so I'm not gonna pull it open. But your engine right here is the, what is it, 320 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. Now, I usually say foot-pounds because I was brought up back in the 60s and 70s in engineering school, and that's what we called it. I realize with an engine, when you're talking about torque, it is feet-pounds, but if you hear say the other way, excuse me, I don't need any more comments about that one. But anyway, V10 Ford, 460 pound-feet of torque, and it'll pull 5,000 pounds. And one thing about the smaller, lighter ones, you've got the same engine, the same towing capacity, but it's on a lighter coach. So if you are going to put something behind it, it probably pulls a little better than some of the bigger gas coaches. Now this is a 30-foot double slide, and one of the unique things about it, or a couple of them, typically on a 30-footer, you're going to get one air conditioner and a 4,000 watt generator. This one has two air conditioners, you have 50 amp service, and you get the 5,500 generator. So they do step that up a little bit for you. Let's go ahead and walk around. I guess let's do the driver's side first. I'll point out a few of the features. Number one, you do have the three-way camera system. This is one of your side cameras. So when you put the blinker on that side of the coach, you'll see down that side. Also, you do have the rear view camera, of course. Over here in our first compartment, this is our propane tank. And that's, I believe it's 104-gallon capacity. Which is about, 104 pounds, which is about 24 gallons of propane. So it's quite a large propane. And of course, you do have a propane furnace, water heater, cook surface, and all that, which is typical of a lot of these gas Class A's. In the second compartment, you can see it's just storage area there. They do have the nice rotocast compartments in there, so they're easy to clean out, to wash out. Most all of them actually have a drain down there if you want to hose them down. And there you see it. That's the 5,500 watt gas generator. It pulls off the fuel tank, so you don't have to worry about it using up your propane. That's big enough to run both your air conditioners, microwave at the same time. In a gas coach, that's about as big as you get. Okay, back in this one, we've got another storage compartment. And as you see, there's a little hole in the back. Like I said, if you want to hose these down, it drains out. It's just really easy to keep them clean. This is our water compartment. So you can see we've got our city water, our tank fill, black tank flush. The dump valves are up in there. They do have a winterized packet, so they're kind of keeping these warm. They're heat blankets on your holding tanks. Not that this is a four-season coach or something you'd want to try to camp in the winter without it being winterized, but it does give you better cold weather use with this one. Fuel fill right here. This is kind of unique to gas coaches. if you look, we've got some pass-through storage there. Usually that's only on the diesel where you'll find it like that. So it's great for longer items. Maybe you're carrying a ladder for some reason, fishing poles, big camp tables. You've got plenty of room to get them up there. Okay, as we come around the back, again, with a V10 Ford, you get the 5,000 pound rating. There's our 2-inch receiver hitch. We do have a 7-way plug right here. So you are all set up for towing. And as you can see, you've got the camera on top. And one of the nice features that a lot of these gas coaches get that the diesels don't is a ladder. So maybe you want to put a Thule rack or something for extra cargo up on the roof. Makes it easy to get up and down, and you have a lot of room up there on the roof if you did wanted to add solar or another rack or something like that. Okay, as we come around on the passenger side, I'll just let you get a look at this pass-through compartment from over here. You can see the ladder here, and this is for the overhead bunk above the driver's seat. That's just where they store it. Right here we have a quick connect for our propane. These are always nice if you've got an outside grill you want to bring along, or some have the portable fire pits that'll run off the propane. You can tie into it right there. Another nice storage compartment. And the way they're lined with this rotocast, I really do like it. It makes it so much easier than the felt-lined ones when it comes time to clean it. It's our water heater here, furnace. This is the back of our refrigerator. And over here you can see we've got our hydraulic pump. That's going to be for your levelers. Also, this is the water pump, easy to winterize with your water heater right here, your bypass valves, everything is easy to access. So if you're the type of person that does winterize your coach by yourself, it's easy to do right here. And actually on these models where you don't have the ice maker, the washer, dryer, hydronic heating, some of those things that take a little more to winterize them, it's very easy for anybody that's a little bit mechanical to, learn how to do that, watch a YouTube video or something, and you could do it yourself in about 20 minutes. Here's one more of the storage compartments. Now you do have 12 volt here, 110 outlet. Here we have our outside TV, a couple of speakers. And then this is the compartment with our hydraulics and our house batteries. You can see two of the AGM 12 volt house batteries, hydraulic pump for your levelers right there. This does have electric slide outs. And then while we're here, let's take a look at the awning. It's a 16-foot awning. I like these ones that don't have the poles you have to put down like the manual ones. You can adjust that arm if you want to have one end dip a little bit, maybe to help drain off rain or any water that you might get on there. And I don't believe this one is wind censored though, which would be common on this type of coach. You got to make sure when that wind picks up, you close it. If you're going for a hike, shut your awning. Don't risk leaving it out. All right, let's take a look at the inside. I wanted to leave the main slide shut to give you an idea what it's like when you travel. And as you can see, there's plenty of room to get through here. One of the things about the coaches that only have one slide instead of the opposing ones, I think it leaves a little bit more clearance right here. So if you travel with bigger dogs, the shepherds or the labs and things like that, you can see how easy they can get in and out, back to the bedroom, bathroom, access your refrigerator. It's all quite easy with the slide in, and I'll go ahead and run it out now. Again, these have electric slide outs and hydraulic auto levelers. They may not be the fastest, but if they go in and out square every time, I'll put up with them being a little bit slower, and this one seems to go out just fine. There we go. So you can see once it's open how much room you have here. Plenty of room for 4, 5, 6 people if you get cooped up inside in bad weather to, have a place to seat, to move around and everything. Okay, let's talk about the cab area first. So as you can see, the seats pivot around like they do in pretty much all of the Class A's, and you actually have a little workstation there for the passenger that pulls over, place to put your laptop and everything. This table in between can be removed, but it is kind of convenient there. And again, with your Ford dash here, there's nothing you haven't already seen as far as your defroster, your heater, your air conditioner right here. You do have the mirror heat, fog lights on there, radio, and you can switch that from the house battery to the chassis battery. Everything is right here, very convenient. Cruise control on the right. You turn it on and off right over here on the left. And here to my left, you can see the auto levelers. Very easy, just a one button push. You have your battery boost right here, and then this is your light switch over here. And like I say, there are a few features that I like. You've got the mirror heat, so if you're driving in cold weather, it defrosts for you. Like I say, there are some heat blankets underneath also. And then before I go too much farther, I'm going to show you one of the features this one has, and that is the overhead bunk right here. So let me open this up and get to my switch, which is down here. And it is all electric, so very easy to put up and down. You saw where the ladder is out in the storage area. And there you go. So even if you're not using this for a bed, it's good storage. I know people sometimes throw their suitcases and stuff up here. And for me, I actually can sit in this seat when it's pivoted around. If you're much over 6 foot, 6'1", you're probably going to be hitting your head there, but I'm about 5'8", and you can see I've got plenty of room to get comfortable up here with the bunk down. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of the coach. Now this has the footrest to it that come out, and it's right across from the TV, so it makes it a great spot for watching TV. One thing about when you get this set up with the footrest, this one is not going to convert into a sleeper where a regular couch would. But that's okay. You've still got room for 5 or 6 people. You can get 1 or 2 up here, especially if they're smaller. And then over here at the dinette, you can get a couple of more people. Before I get into that too much, I'm going to show you the storage here. And I always like it when it's open all the way through because you can get the longer items in there. And over here they opted to not put in a bank of cabinets, which gives you a taller window, or I guess the window's not taller, but your view is when you're sitting here. And here's another thing about this coach. The shades are only the day shades as opposed to the day-night shades that you might find in other coaches. Not that there's anything wrong with those. It's kind of a cost savings thing. They're built at different price ranges. So on an 18,000 pound chassis, a lighter one, that's a typical setup right there. And then in the dinette, this converts to a booth. You can see you've got some cleats down here to rest them on. I'm not going to pull this one down. You've got to remove your pulls and everything. You've seen how they convert. But another thing that I'll point out you do have storage under here, and if we take a look, this is something you don't always find on the seats that face this way. You've got a couple of seat belts down there. So you have two here, you have two more in your recliners, so potentially you could put 8 people in seat belts. There we go. There we go. Across from your dinette and your recliners, we have the kitchen area. First of all, we've got our main TV right here. You can lift that up and access the storage area back there. You've got some 110 outlets, your 12 volt over-the-air antenna with its power boost. We get a double stainless steel undermount sink, and I guess this sprayer does not pull out. But deep enough sinks to get your big, spaghetti pot in there and everything. And I like the undermount. It makes it easier to wipe things down into the sink. Underneath here, nice storage, place for a trash can under there. Over here we do have an extension that flips up. Here we've got another countertop extension, and then under here what we've got is our owner's manuals. So you do have a nice deep drawer underneath there. And then a couple other full pull-out drawers. I guess that one's a shorty. You have another big, like, pot and pan drawer right here. And here is a rarity, and you almost only find them in these type of gas motorhomes. You have an oven. And typically you find convection microwaves in lieu of the oven. But, if you like to do your cooking the old-fashioned way, it is nice to have that oven. And then again, we've got the 3-burner propane stove. And I've always mentioned I like cooking over gas because it makes it a little bit easier to control your heat. There we go. And then up here is our microwave, and you don't see the metal rack and stuff, so this is not a convection microwave. And they do that because you've got the oven to bake in. Then a nice storage compartment up here. Next to that, we have now this is a 12 cubic foot, and I'm going to call it a camp refrigerator. What I mean by that is it's propane and 110. And again, typically you see the residential refrigerators in a lot of the units, which are bigger than this one. But if you like to dry camp, a lot of people prefer this because you can run it off propane and your 12 volt batteries. They don't take very much power at all, so you can use them for a long time. And it is, it certainly has ample room in there. And then of course your settings here with the 110 on, it's going to seek out that 110 when you put it on auto. If you lose power in the middle of the night, it'll switch over to gas automatically. Right beside it, we've got some pantry area. And then that brings us back to the bathroom area. First of all, you have a little pocket door for some privacy. And as you come back into the bathroom area, first thing I'll show you is your main panel for your slide outs, your water heater, your generator. This is the Arctic Pack. Those are those heat blankets that are down there. Water pump is right here. And then of course, your monitors for your battery and everything, all right here. And this floor plan is kind of an older traditional one in that it's got the walk-through bathroom. So you've got the shower on one side and the toilet and sink on the other side. And you can see that kind of seals off for more privacy. I'll just open these up and show you. You've got a little storage there. And as I pointed out, this isn't anything too fancy. You don't have a lot of pull-out shelves and drawers and stuff, but you do have storage down here, and it's actually in quite good shape. Let me close this, and then we can get a shot at our shower, which is right across. And I'm not going to step up in here, but there is enough room for me. It is a one-piece fiberglass or plastic surround on that with the skylight, so for taller people you get a little bit extra headroom in there. And then we come back into the bedroom area here. Now, one thing, I tried to lift this bed, it lifts up, but it is heavier than H, and there's really not a lot of storage under there. It's because your slide-out mechanism is in there, so you're not going to use that for storage. But as far as your wardrobe goes, right here on one side, this is the cushion you would use for the dinette when you're making it into a bed. And you can see this is already plumbed for a combination washer-dryer you could put in here. That's kind of a rarity too in a 30-foot coach. Normally you don't have that water closet, but you could put a combination unit in here. Down below we've got another pull-out drawer. This typically is something you might use for your video components. A couple more pull-outs. Overhead we have another TV, and there is storage behind it. I guess you'd put your video components down here, gaming systems and things like that. See, we've got some 110 US, oh, that's a 12 volt over there. And then we have the same closet set up over here for your wardrobe area. Another pull-out. And then down below here are your 110 breakers, your 12 volt fuses, and again, another 110 outlet right there. Over here by the bed, we do have a little pedestal here. I don't know if this would be big enough for a sleep machine or not, but you can see you've got your USB ports here, and then up above, a very deep storage area above the queen bed. And again, you have your blinds or your blackout shades, but they are not the day-night shades. But they are functioning windows, which is nice because it does give you a nice cross breeze. And then also on your back window here, which is your emergency exit. And I like to see one this size. I could probably flip myself out of here and still land on my feet, where a lot of times your emergency window is right here and it makes it a little bit tighter. But when it's time to go to bed, easy to close those down, shut everything off. Dual air conditioners, they do a nice job on their ceiling, the way they trim it out. Laminate flooring, and again, this is a good used coach with under 25, I think it's 24,000 miles on it, on the V10 Ford. It's going to be under 70 grand, so if you're interested in this or any of our coaches, please reach out to me. Once again, my name's Mark Love. You can contact me at 970-631-0083. Call me, give me a text or email at mlove@transwest.com. And I guess that's it for today. Once again, happy trails, my friends. Drive careful out there. Ski season is here. Let's all be happy. We'll see you next time.